Now, I am very, very honored to be present here today. Not because this conference is the first one organized in Penang, but I believe the first in the Northern Corridor, and perhaps one of those few in Malaysia. But what I am very honored today is, despite this being the first conference, we have seen so much energy and vitality and good participation from everyone. Give yourself a round of applause. Now, this event aims to highlight creative industries in Penang and discuss the best means to promote, develop and build an interactive connection between creative industries and end users. This is something new. We do not know whether we will succeed or fail. But I always say this: better to fail trying than fail to try. And another aspect that we want to also emphasize is that we believe in the young people of Penang. Because this animation industry is driven by young people. And because we believe in the young people of Penang, we want to grow, and we want to develop, we want to have a flourishing creative animation industry in Penang. Now, Penang's economy, you look at history, has shifted from extraction in the 1960s to industrialization, from the export of raw commodities to manufacturing. In other words, Penang's economy was factor-driven by relying on basic commodities before being efficiency-driven by relying on manufacturing. Penang needs to be not only efficiency-driven, but also innovation-driven in manufacturing, services, and even the public sector. The key to future economic success is not an over-reliance on one sector, but to seek convergence of not only the manufacturing sector, but also both services and the government sector. Services sector includes not only tourism, medical tourism and treatment, education, but also ICT, shared services, SSO, BPO, and of course, the creative multimedia content. Now, developing the state's talented young people to move up the value chain is a priority of the state government. We should at the same time encourage infrastructure development, especially in education, by attracting world-class educational institutions, not just at the university level, but also at vocational level, and also generate employment opportunities for our youth. And we are helping to build the capacity of the state as it moves towards a knowledge economy by maximizing local content, adding value through integrated industrial parks, and promoting economic diversification and entrepreneurship. The state government will facilitate growth in the monetization of creative multimedia content, helping to create a paradigm shift amongst Penang's creative community to be more entrepreneurial in their approach to the creative arts. In other words, we believe that we have creative people in Penang. We believe that if we can tap into your creative energies, we can turn this into gold. Yes or no? Yes. Provided, of course, that we all work hard and we can be inspired by the number of creative talents, not only in Penang, but also outside Penang. That's why we are very happy to have so many guests from outside Penang here. And we hope that perhaps that Penang spirit can move you. Because we believe not only in our young, we believe in the creativity, but we believe that the Penang state government has a role to play by facilitating your creative energies. And I've always said this many times, I'll say this again. Even though we facilitate, we will not interfere. Because the business of government is to stay out of business. Why should we, be an obstacle to your prosperity? And we believe that by doing that, we can allow the flourishing, not only of art, culture, but also your creative talents. We have tried that, and we have seen many gains. Of course, Joe Sidek, as the director of the Georgetown Heritage Festival, is one of our experiments, tested and proven experiment where we have shown that if we do not interfere, we rather have a freedom. You can see that art and culture will grow until Penang is now the art and cultural capital of Malaysia. But I think we can do something more. Since we are already art and cultural capital, why don't we take one extra step? Be also the animation center of Malaysia. And with your support, even though we are starting from zero, I'm sure that we can succeed. Now, there's huge economic potential which I do not want to touch on these film, television, music, games. I think you have seen this in all the presentations. This is all related to how big the industry is. And I can see, I'm sure you can see it from the slide. We do not want to talk about what is happening internationally, but more focus on what we can do in Penang. And in Penang, as I said, when we talk, we have a lot of creative talents. We are just not making empty talk. P. Ramlee, the Malaysian movie legend and icon, is from Penang. Of course, we have also top badminton and squash players. The number one badminton player in the world, Lee Chong Wei, is from Bukit Mertajam, Penang. The number one world women squash player, Dato' Nico and Lady, also from Penang. So all the world champions from Malaysia are all from Penang. At the moment. We hope, of course, that can continue. And we want to give them the encouragement. But when we have so many talents in Penang, whether in arts, sports, culture, even songs, songwriting, even fashion, Jimmy Choo. I'm sure all the women love Jimmy Choo. Also from Penang. One of the most famous bands in Malaysia in the 70s, Alley Cats, also from Penang. Dato' Sri Ooi Chen Si, an accomplished pianist based in Bonn, Germany, and a founding resident conductor of the Malaysian Philharmonic Orchestra, also from Penang. Malaysia's highest grossing domestic film with 17 million ringgit in box office takings, The Journey, featured also in the Wall Street Journal. Some of its movie scenes was shot in Penang. Penang-based company Image Farm has been successful in making documentary films, and they clinched 3 awards for producing a documentary on the untold truth about Super Mokhtar Lahari, the football player, and won the Special Juries Award for Wira Chinggay. And of course, we have over 10 multimedia super corridor status creative players located in Penang. With us today is Mr. Wong Cheng Fei, who is the CEO and executive producer of Lemon Sky Games and Animation. And Lemon Sky has grown to become one of the leading independent arts and animation studios in the region, producing high-quality CGI art animation for international clients such as Nelvana, EA, Microsoft, and Bandai Namco. And of course, Mr. Wong is from Penang. Wah si Penang lah. The focus is to encourage the production of content which is of high quality, innovative and creative. Hence build the foundation for a thriving and lucrative creative multimedia industry to optimize the mature development of the digital network. Fostering creative industries can spur economic growth and create jobs. We hope to propel Penang further up the value chain via its focus on high value-added industries such as creative multimedia content. Now, the creative multimedia industry is making its mark as one of the most sought-after industries in the world, with prospects all over. In other words, the creative multimedia industry acts as a glue that bonds technology and arts together in harmony. Penang has the potential to become an animation cluster for Malaysia in the future. Hence, in Penang, we have universities, colleges, and academies that train creative multimedia talents. Our talents are also very deep in creativity in arts, 3D animation, and animation touches, not just illustration and artistry. Now, the role of government is important to initiate the creation of a tangible and intangible environment to inspire creativity. When we launched the 3.3 billion ringgit BPO ITO Hub, Business Process Outsourcing ITO Hub, one of the key components, not just business process outsourcing, information technology outsourcing, but also what we describe as creative animation triggers. Now, why do we want to use the word CAT? Creative animation triggers. Because you want to trigger your creativity. You have discovered that many creative animation companies, when we talk about asking them to invest in Penang, they all want not some modern office. They want to locate themselves at the Heritage Enclave of Georgetown. And we were very surprised. Why you want to come to Georgetown? Why not in some of the FIZ modern offices? And they share, company with world-class companies like AirAsia, Wilmar, Citigroup. They said, no, we want to come to the Georgetown Heritage Enclave because the heritage, the unique heritage environment in Penang can inspire creativity. And that's why we included this component in our BPO ITO Hub. Creative animation triggers. Where we know the buildings will inspire innovation and creative ideas. And we have taken Wisma Yap Chori, the famous Wisma Yap Chori, where we also turned that into a CAT site. We have taken other buildings, acquired buildings, and we hope to provide 100,000 square feet of office space in the Georgetown Heritage Enclave. We hope the CAT, the Creative Animation Triggers, can act as an incubator and a feeder for industries by attracting budding animators and entrepreneurs. As the CAT requires talented Penangites, we need to develop and grow the creative multimedia industry to make this a success. We need entrepreneurs too, animators and entrepreneurs. And of course, this combination is seen as crucial to the creative industry as it provides a pool of competent and highly skilled creative workforce which are adept at solving problems. So if you have entrepreneurs, you have animators, of course, colleges like One Academy, Creator. All these academies can produce a pool of available talent. And we hope that once this is available, we can then attract funders, those who are willing to invest. I think that is very important. This will not happen overnight. This will take time, but I'm sure we have the patience. Because, as I mentioned earlier, this is a young industry, and you need time to grow. We will give you time to grow. And this is the first step. It doesn't matter whether I'll be around to see it succeed, but at least we shall and must take that first step. Now, 4 years ago, I opened the Penang Speakers Corner, the first Speakers Corner in Malaysia. And at that time, I mentioned about the need to have freedom of expression. And I think this is one quality that we offer. Because we can give you all the encouragement and incentives and the resources. But nothing will happen and succeed without this very important value and condition, which is freedom. We promise you the freedom of expression. And as you know, Penang is now famous for our wall paintings. The famous wall painting by Ernest Zakharevich, when he participated in a Georgetown Heritage Festival 2012, and was commissioned to paint Mirrors Gardens, Georgetown. And his work, The Little Children on a Bicycle, was chosen as one of the top 15 public murals in the world by The Guardian. And this reflects Penang's strong base for creative people to feel at home and naturally cultivate the creative industries. So we cannot emphasize enough the importance of freedom. Because without freedom, no matter how much money you throw, how much investment you put in, nothing will happen. But if you have freedom, then with a little bit of luck and not so much money, things will happen. And you can see that in Penang, how much did we spend to get Ernest Zakharevich to Penang? He came on his own because he was excited by the freedom in Penang, which he felt was rarely seen anywhere else in the world. And you know, we are very willing to take criticism. You can write, you can draw, as long as of good quality, don't have some, some of the paintings I cannot see also. As long as the good quality, we will encourage you. You are not at some other places. When you don't have freedom, even Ernest Zakharevich painting also kena whitewash. In some towns, they even threaten, not only they whitewash his paintings, they say, you paint some more, we fine you 2,000 ringgit. Wait, that's very different in Penang. A tale of two cities. One whitewash, want to punish you 2,000 ringgit. In Penang, if you have a good wall painting, we won't punish you, we'll give you 2,000. That you can use this opportunity to create a platform where not only you can freely express yourself, but also realize your potential. Now, we hope that Penang can catch up slowly with more developed creative industries. In developed nations like US, South Korea and Japan, they have contributed over 5% to their GDP and willing to extend our cooperation to world-class animators from Korea. And I was saying that why not make a start in this conference by stating our determination. Not only will we attract animators, let us produce the first animation film in Malaysia from Penang. Now, it is forecasted that the CAT will bring a unique business model for Penang. We must get the infrastructure ready, and I hope this will help us move up the value chain and become a high-income economy. And of course, most important of all, we also, when you talk about high-income jobs, you need local workers because you can't get foreign workers to do this job. And the creative CAT, creative animation triggers, will definitely benefit the industry, and hopefully we can create 1,000 highly skilled jobs for Penang. We don't want to see students in Penang graduating from one academy, after that cannot find jobs, go to Kuala Lumpur, go to Singapore. We are not a feeder country for these cities. We are not a feeder state. We want our graduates to stay in Penang. So this has presented us with opportunities that we must take if we want to drive Penang forward, based on our 10-year blueprint of Penang Paradigm, based on the infusion of innovation and creativity into Penang's enterprises, and more importantly, to create a new breed of Penangites who are not only creative and innovative but also entrepreneurial. Penang hopes to be a significant player in this market because we believe we can contribute successfully to the content of animation in Malaysia. The management of our creative resources, especially the talent, technology and markets, critical in order for Penang to move beyond just being a consumer of content, but also to be a supplier of content-related services. So it is timely that we take a more active role in the creative industry and also enter in the creative market. If this can be achieved, then the Penang brand will have its own attraction. We talk about branding. It is not easy to do branding. But we must remember two very important objectives of branding. One is to attract attention. Two is to create an identity. Why certain people buy certain brands? Because when they own the brand, they have a status and an identity. And that is why we hope if we can achieve that with your help, whether from Lemon Sky or other animation companies to Penang, imbued with the Penang spirit of freedom, we can build the Penang brand. What's the Penang art? Saya orang Penang, I am from Penang. That is worth making. So before concluding, let me thank Invest Penang, Lemon Sky Animation, MDAC, and the One Academy for collaborating with distinguished international and local speakers, as well as moderators for sharing in this event. Thank you very much.
Next, Mr. Wong Cheng Fei, CEO of Lemon Sky Animation.